Hello, Louis. How are you? Hello, Simply Hollow. How are you? It's nice to see you. I don't think we've ever spoken. Hedgehog, how are you? How's it going, bud? How's everyone doing this afternoon? Good? Me? I'm good, thank you. I just woke up. Well, woke up by 8 and here I am now. Getting a lot better though. Last night I was feeling a little sick, so I took some good old medicine. Doing slightly better. I just have to take it again in a couple hours. I just found your channel 2 days ago. Well, I'm glad you found it. I hope you're enjoying it. Sorry I don't upload a lot of stuff. I don't know what to upload for art, so streaming feels a lot easier for me to do. I can make these super long and um, it won't take hours to upload. But I hope you're enjoying it nonetheless. I think of it like filler stuff until I figure out what kind of videos to make. I'm bed. If time for me. Go eat. Go eat. Um, Fortnite while I chill stream. It's all good. You enjoy your Fortnite games. Best of luck. Get a victory royale from me, bud. If at some point though I go quiet and stop talking, it's because my family decided it was time to get up and be loud. So just a fair warning, I might swap over to typing for a little bit. Or the rest of the stream, it just really depends on their mood. Am I more into realism, classic art styles, or more stylized? I like realism. I also like classical though. I love classical and stylized. I'm a fan of everything. Everything except like more of a like the modern approach. Like when they splash paint all over a canvas and stuff like that. I'm not a real big fan of that. Just because I prefer technical skill. It's just like a me thing. I prefer technical skill over whatever that is. Expressionism, I think that's what it's called. But I prefer the technical side of art rather than the whatever that is. That's just a me thing though. I sound like an art snob, but I'm not. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying I like to see people's studies and how it pays off for them than like splashing paint all over a canvas. I just assume you're locked in. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I prefer art doesn't make my brain think because I like to see art and think, wow, that's Sigma. And that's a good way to put it, yeah. That's about I have a monkey brain, so I like to look at stuff that looks cool too. Later. Do you prefer drawing digitally or in a sketchbook? I like both. Usually, if I'm trying to learn something new, like recently I've got into drawing animals more because of a game. I will draw in there my studies and stuff. So I'll take notes on there and try to figure out how the animal moves and how it works. And then, or whatever I'm studying, figure out how it works. And then on digital, I like to, I guess like, if I'm feeling lazy, I do digital because I don't have to worry about taking out all my markers and pens and highlighters and all that other junk I use. Animals are difficult to draw. Yeah, they are. There's so much you have to remember. So I find it easier to try to draw it and then try to figure out how like the skull looks like and then see if I was correct or not and then fix it from there. I've been stuck in my JGK era of drawing since it started. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. That was my problem with My Hero when I was younger. I was so absorbed into it, I was stuck with it for a long time. So you think sketchbook is easier? I think as a study tool, yes. So I can draw as ugly as I want. I can be as messy as I want. And yeah, make it look like something. I don't know. It's a little hard to explain. But I'm hoping someday I could try doing some sort of sketchbook videos on the channel. I said I would, I just have to figure out how to do it. That's what I'm hoping to do after these though. I want to make sketchbook style videos. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna approach it because I don't know how to, like, I could buy a tripod from work, but the ones I have at work are kind of goofy. From the reviews I read, they just like break easily, so I don't want to spend money on it if it's not gonna hold up very well. I'm so bad at Fortnite. Nothing wrong with it. I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at shooting games. A friend asked me to play Valorant with them for a while, and he would put me in ranked matches with them, and I didn't understand why. Because I'm dog shit at games, like shooting games and stuff like that. And I would tell him it's a bad idea, but he'd do it anyway, so there I was in ranked with a bunch of sweaty players. I feel bad when I lose because I know he'd want to blame me so badly, but he also knew it was kind of his fault for throwing me in it, so he would say it's fine, but I knew he was upset. Maybe try using charcoal pencils. Yeah, the only problem with me and charcoal is that it's not really my problem with it, it's really the problem that it has itself, is that if I don't apply a, I forgot what it was called, but it's a spray that you apply on it that keeps it from smearing, and if you don't do it, it'll mess up your sketchbook. And I don't have like a traditional sketchbook. It's not like a like the paper isn't necessarily meant for sketchbook. It's really just a journal I found at my local grocery store, and I like the feel of the paper, so I adopted it as my sketchbook. But the paper was not gonna hold up with the charcoal very well if I swap over to that medium. Like I stopped buying like actual sketchbooks and just whatever journal I find at a store, whatever cheap journal I find at the store, I just grab and I make that my sketchbook. Oh, I don't have charcoal pencils. I have like actual like blocks of charcoal that I used. A lot of my leftover art supplies that I have right now are from college, so I'm trying to finish them off before I buy anything else, or else I'm just gonna stack up a bunch of art supplies that I'm never gonna use. I want to get back into oil paint, though. Oil painting was a lot of fun. The only problem with oil painting, though, is that if I don't have like the right conditions met, if I don't have like air conditioner on or anything like running air, a way to get rid of all the toxic fumes, I could destroy my brain cells. And I already have them a little destroyed because of League of Legends, so I don't want to break them any more than they already are. Painting is hard, it's almost as hard as painting, at least for me. Yeah, oil painting is tricky. You have to, at least from how I was taught, um, I was taught to like water it down as much as possible and then build it up in layers. But also I have to take a break in between each build up, or else the paint's gonna smear off since it's like wet on wet, because it's very good for it. So I like the base paint, which would be like, I don't know, like let's say this is my base paint, and then I let it dry, and then I come back and paint over it and add onto that. At least that's how I was taught. That's also why I don't like digital art that much. Oil paint is toxic. Well, yes, a lot of paints are. It has like a, you have to use a paint thinner to get rid of it when it's on your brushes and stuff, when you're cleaning your brushes to get new paint. And so you have to put it in a jar where all the paint thinner's at. And if you don't close the jar right, or you're not in a room that could get rid of like the smell, it'll mess up, it'll get you like feeling woozy. Yeah, it'll get you feeling really woozy and sick. That happened to me. A classmate of mine, she left her jar open, and all the paint fumes of like the paint thinner and whatnot, it just spread all over the building, all over the classroom, I mean. And I started feeling very sick, and I was like, why do I feel sick? What's going on? So I walked around class because we were allowed to look at our classmates' work, and there was her jar just like open out for the world to see. and, and the professor was like, you gotta close that shit up, what are you doing? Granted, she was like, uh, maybe like 70 years old-ish. So I guess I can't really blame her for it. She probably just forgot. Or she was too locked in, so. I can't blame her for it. I would say mean things, stinky, smelly, not nice. I was a little upset, but it's okay. She's a older person. I can't really dog her for it. It is what it is. I got Subway after class and I felt better, so. A nice burger. Is it Freddy Fazbear? I guess so. Maybe. Oh no, not a sentient burger. I have these little axolotl critters in my story. They're like the mascot of that place. So it's like an axolotl burger. At least I try to make an axolotl burger. I want to paint it, so I might try painting it after I'm done sketching a lot of these and see how that goes. I'm not very good at digital painting though, so I'll see how that goes. But might as well practice it if I'm not good at it. Crab patty on SpongeBob. Ooh. I remember that. Let's see what next. I need little things to draw. Maybe some armor would be cool. There it is. Invincible? I've yet to watch that show. I'm gonna be honest. I have not watched that show. I could try some spooky. I wanna, after I'm done streaming for a little bit, so probably around like 6-ish, something. I want to draw my sketchbook and I'm gonna see if I can keep drawing more like critters. Yesterday was fish day, so I'm thinking maybe I could try lizards today. I think drawing lizards would be pretty cool. I used to follow this artist. He would use this free drawing software. It's called Fire Alpaca. And he would draw the coolest things with the basic default brushes. Let me see if I can find him. I think I would like him. I think he's on Twitch. But it was they were like paintings. There he is. My friend and I were talking about him the other day, because we were just talking about artists we like, and we remembered him out of nowhere, or he brought him up out of nowhere. Because I thought he disappeared off the face of the internet. Maybe I could study him for a bit. That'd be pretty cool. Try to remember how to do some paintings. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a knight. I'm gonna draw some armor. I'll see if I could paint it. I'm gonna look at his painting process to see if I can remember how to paint. Here. This is the guy my friend and I were talking about. If you guys want to go and check him out, he's pretty cool. I always think it's cool when artists use what was I saying? Oh, I always think it's cool how artists can use cheap software to make cool stuff. Oh, you wanted the Twitch stuff? I could send you his Twitch. I just had his Twitter up, popped up. I have all my favorite artists on on my hotbar saved. He's not live right now, but y'all can feel free to check him out. No problem. What What do I use? I use Clip Studio. It was a gift that a friend gave me whenever I was trying to learn how to draw. She was like, "Here you go. I expect results." So I was like, "All right, I gotta get to it then. I can't slack off." I'll go study with you? Of course. Go right ahead, join us. Get your studies in. Get your brain running. Your friend made an investment. Well, she taught me how to draw, kinda. I learned for the most part most of the stuff I know, but when it came to like the basic stuff, she was like a mentor to me. I talk about her a lot, but here, I'm gonna send you guys her stuff too. She's not active anymore, um, cause she went to do personal stuff, so she dropped out of social media. But we talk every now and then, and her stuff is always nice for me to go back and look at when I need to study something or I need inspiration to get back on stuff. That's my mentor. Aristotle cute, so I wanted. Yeah, she was super cool. I think she's the one that taught me like the daily studies thing. I think she went up to like the thousands or something like that. Just studying every day. It was really cool. It was really cool to see someone work very hard. Hi, hello. How are you? How's it going? How are you doing this fine Saturday afternoon? Hope you're having a good one.
What the? A ghost?
I spent the entire day thinking of Sunday. I'm gonna be honest with you. I low-key kinda did too. For a second. I'm just excited. I have a week off in a couple days. So I am so ready to not worry about customers for a week. Um, do you know what Epic the musical is? I do not think so. I don't listen to many musicals. Or I don't watch a lot of them. I finished school, so I'm waiting on summer. Let's go. Hope you have a lot of great plans for the summer. It's a musical without a play. Interesting. Can you tell me more about it?
A ghost?
Do you know the song Love in Paradise? Yeah, I don't think so. I'll control listening to it after stream though. Give my ears a good old musical education. Uh, Bib, hello, hi, thank you. I'm just doing some studies tonight. appreciate the compliment though. How are you? Dang, that was pretty cool. I might use a soft brush to... Okay, Odysseus goes to war for 10 years, leaving his wife behind. Oh, wait, okay, yes, I know what you're talking about now. Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I do know what you're talking about now. Uh-oh, wrong color. Shippy, yes, I do. Sorry, it took a second for my brain to be like, what? But I know exactly what you're talking about now. It's been years since I touched that. I feel weird saying it's been years, but I'm just 24. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Help, I'm in a paper puppet dragon and the wings are fire. What? Ah, I get what you're saying. Sorry, I'm not I'm not thinking very well right now. Oh, this would be pretty cool to draw. My brother's dunked my poor Demon Slayer pusher, but why would he do that? What? What would entice him to do such a crime? What character did he throw in there? If it was Rengoku, there was malice behind that for sure. Shinobu. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't know what would drive someone to do that. I try to reason with them, but I don't think I can. It would have been really funny with Q. It would have been funny. It would have been very funny. But Shinobu makes no sense. He's going to see a Ghibli movie in theaters tomorrow. Oh, which one are you gonna go watch? Are they just screening a bunch of Ghibli movies for everyone to watch tomorrow? I know usually around fall they have like a little Ghibli marathon in theaters. Tiki Silver Service, that is a very cute movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot. That was a very wonderful movie to watch. What Demon Slayer ships do you ship? If you ship any? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever really shipped characters together. I kind of approach a series a little brain dead. So whatever the artists had set out to be shipped is usually where I'm like, alright, that makes sense. Unless I'm watching something and then it feels like, okay, maybe I can see that working for sure. Even if it's like hinted. I don't remember a lot of the characters' names, but like some of it, I could be like, yeah, I can see that, but I rarely go out of my way to figure out a ship or like think of a ship. Uh-oh. There's some blues in there. W sketch, thank you. Bubblegum, bubble guppies make bangers now. Really? Interesting. Is it like Yo Gabba Gabba bangers? Cause those went pretty hard when I was younger. Oh, message retracted. I started playing Epic in the car and I started singing along and she pulls the car over and goes, "You know Epic?" And I go, "Yes." She rolls down, blasts it, and keeps driving. Well, it goes to show how much she cares about you. It's like a mm, Just have to go ahead and make this all black color. My grandpa was driving me to Home Depot. We would just hear these. Or like, everyone's having a good day today, it seems. Helmet? Yes, helmet. Oh, I gotta clean my glasses. 1 second. All the colors looked weird, and then I realized my glasses were all dirty, so I couldn't see anything. How do you like? How do you like Twitch? I okay. I enjoy YouTube more compared to Twitch, just because. Okay, so this is how Twitch works. Twitch wants people to watch live streams, right? Of course, and it'll only promote Twitch streamers on their homepage, or like the algorithm will push streamers that are really in the drawing side of Twitch. So if you do art, it's very rare for Twitch to push you out, and even if it does push you out, it'll prioritize bigger content creators over smaller content creators. So if you have like a small following, or you have a decent following, right, but your chat isn't very talkative or active, then it won't push it. And that was kind of my problem, because on Twitch, whenever I streamed, I didn't have a mic. I didn't have a mic on, so it was all like quiet drawing sessions, and people didn't really talk. So the algorithm didn't like me very much. We weren't friends. So a lot of my content was always at the very bottom, or a lot of my live streams were at the very bottom, or I never spoke to anyone. So because of that, I didn't see a reason to unmute my mic ever. So I never did. But on YouTube, you know, you guys, somehow it pushed the algorithm, and a lot of people tend to enjoy the live streams, or they don't really say much, or they subscribe from the live streams and then they watch the other videos. And so I like that it helps push out smaller content creators. At least like for an artist, it helps push them out. And that's what I like about that compared to Twitch being mean. So long story short, I prefer Twitch so far. I mean, YouTube, sorry. I prefer YouTube over Twitch. Yeah, discovering Twitch is really hard. And it really all just depends on how big you are already to begin with. If you're not that big at all, it won't push you out to anyone. Like I said, it's not very nice towards artists either. So a lot of artists kind of stay hidden for the most part. And it also involves you being like a part of a community to grow. So like let's say I don't know, I made a new friend on Twitch, right? And that friend was pretty successful as a creator. That means you have to branch out and like interact with already successful-ish creators, and you know, like what's it called when you try to have like a business kind of relationship with them. Networking. It involves networking, and I don't like that. I don't want to network like that, because that feels like I'm just trying to get to know them because of how successful they already are, and I don't like that. I mean, that could just be a me thing, and that's probably just how how the industry works or whatever, but I don't like that. I want to be friends with an artist. I want to make sure it's someone, whose work I actually care for. I don't want to come up like a suck up or whatever. So that's why I enjoy this a lot more. Ooh, that purple was a nice touch. And it's nice to have people to talk to on stream. Granted, maybe things would have been different if I was a mute artist on Twitch, but still, I gotta go. Love the stream. I'll be at the next one longer. It's all good, Hedgehog. Thanks for stopping by. I might stream again later tonight. It just depends how I feel after I take my medicine and take a nap in a little bit. You have a good one. Stay safe. Uh-oh. Wrong thing. right back. 1 second. In my world, I have people that get anime mutations. Yes, some do. Yes. Or animals get mutated, so they like their entire body structure changes. But yes, I do. I I made a crab once. He was a well, not really a crab. It was like a boxing shrimp. But I'm practicing armor because I have this character or these characters. Let me see if I can find them. Uh, let's see, where is he? Where are they? I made these a long time ago, but I need to clean them up. But they're like chess pieces. And I'm setting the armor for this guy right here. The knight, the pawn, and the rook. But I never got to fix them or clean them. That's why I'm going back to the armor stuff so I can see if I could make them have pretty cool armor. But that's a pretty good idea too, though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, chess pieces. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The His name was Seis, like the number 6 in Spanish. And then I never got to finish naming the rest of them. I think I changed her though. I don't remember though. It's been such a long time. I think I came up with these 2020-ish. So they're a little outdated. Sorry for all the sniffing. I think this might be my last one for now. And I just come back later and draw again after I take my medicine and a quick nap. Okay, I'm done streaming for now. I'm going to see if I can come back a little later to continue streaming. I need to take my medicine and take another nap. Hopefully when I wake up I'll be better enough to continue drawing for longer periods of time. I'm just gonna see how it goes and how I feel. Thanks everyone for stopping by. You all have a good day if I don't see you again. Bye bye.